So the test server for HUD Showdown 1.0 went live, and there's a few things about the UI that I like, and quite a lot of things that I dislike. The Bloodline tab, daily mission progress and statistics are all cleaned up, and definitely nicer to look at than before, so there's nothing to improve here. Rank unlocks are also definitely easier to check through than before, where it was painfully slow and tedious. In my opinion, the menus could still be a tad smaller to fit more info on one screen, which would also mean less scrolling. Being able to see all 3 hunters in the lobby is pretty sweet, checking the equipment is easy and quick. I would like the more info via hover option back though, that was a pretty good feature that needs to come back. Quick play, contracts, challenges, last match. It's all fine and dandy, even though it begs the question whether that many sub-menus are really necessary. The Recruitment Tab was also well done, the symbols and menus are decently sized and they give a good quick overview. Same goes for Soul Survivors and Legendary Hunters. Being able to view any weapon and listen to its sound from different ranges is a welcome addition and definitely helps new players identify gun sounds more quickly and easily. And last but not least, being able to filter for different ammo types is quite a neat feature as well. The roster looks fine and clean. Until you dare to change any weapon or equipment. Menus for weapons are way too big, there's too much color and it's too much in your face, especially compared to the current version. Deselecting weapons works better than in the current version, you just double click it and it's gone. Selecting weapons on the other hand does not work better, it's double click now when the original hunt only needed 1 click, which was thanks to the useful plus symbol next to the weapon. Another thing that I liked a lot better in the current version is that the amount of weapons you currently have of that type is displayed directly next to the name of the weapon. And this means that you don't have to move your eyes at all to just see, okay, I've got a Spectre and I've got 2 of them. In the new version of HUD, however, the weapon name is displayed on the left side and the amount of weapons of the type of weapon you have is displayed further to the right, so you can't see it out of the corner of your eye, you have to move your eye, which is in my opinion just like that minuscule amount that is completely unnecessary. Same thing applies for the equipment and consumables. The menus might be smaller, but I don't get why there's 3 columns, to be honest. It's kind of overwhelming, at least for me, and it's too busy. The old hunt felt more clean. I am also not really convinced that you need that many filters, placeable, throwable, melee. It feels like the filters here are needed to get an overview which should actually exist without them. There's not that many consumables and equipment that you need to use, or that is available in the game in the first place, that you need 15 filters, to be honest. The traits, oh boy. The old hunt felt a lot better and more clean. I'm gonna use that word a lot, but it definitely felt cleaner than that one. It was easier to use, easier to find traits, you had more overview, and it was, once more, less busy. There's so much on display right now, it's just overwhelming really. There is too much attention to the... I'm gonna admit, it's the art style and the artwork is gorgeous, but the actual description is hidden away below the artwork, and it's so small, it's absolutely amazing. Like, it needs to be more balanced. Old Hunt had a small recognizable symbol, which helped finding traits quickly, and the description was somewhat comparable in size to the artwork. And right now the balance of artwork to description is completely out of bounds. And one more thing, as usual, in original Hunt you had the name of the trait, and directly to the left you just needed to move your eyes a small minuscule amount to the left and you could read the description. Right now if you pick the top, one of the top rows of the traits, I want to read the description, you have to go down half the screen to actually find the description hidden away between the bottom column and the massive artworks. It's so hidden away. The 3 columns are just too much. The menus are too big, the symbols are too big, it's too much noise, too much color, it's too much attention. My attention is constantly getting drawn to different parts of the screen. And meanwhile in Old Hunt, even Old Hunt had filters. They had large, medium, small, consumables, etc, etc. And it made finding items really, really easy, and this single column gives me a nice overview without being too busy. You click on the weapon, bam, stats to the right in a nice size. Simple. And yeah, I know I'm beating a dead horse here, but let's imagine you want to pick a weapon on the left column. The far left. Look at how far your eyes have to wander to actually get to the stats. Meanwhile, the single column does not have that problem. The weapons are centered. And if you need more info on the weapon, you just click on it, the right column opens up, and you've got all the details and the nitty-gritty stuff that you need to know without having it constantly thrown in your face like in the new menu. Another thing Old Hunt did a lot better was showing you which weapons were locked out, namely because they were darkened and put at the bottom of the list. Now you can see the base version and its variants all at once, which in my opinion, once again, destroys any overview you could have had in the first place. And the only solution that you guys found was to put in a hide locked weapons option, which to me feels like it was needed to get the overview back that was in the old Hunt HUD by default. So in my opinion, honestly just give us single columns back. The legendary items are a bit better because they only got 2 columns. Yes, I fucking hate columns, don't tell me. Instead of 3. But still, it feels too much in your face, it's too garish, it's too colourful for it. Yes, I know it's legendary weapons, but still, I think it needs to be toned down a bit, it's just all too bright. Yeah. Tools and consumables have the exact same problem. There's too many columns and too many options over the vertical and the horizontal axis. And another thing I noticed is that the spacing for tools and consumables is different, besides them having the exact same size. So yeah, that is probably a bug, but makes the whole thing a lot more jarring when you try to switch in between those. So here are my ideas how you could change and improve on that. I think a mixture of those two systems that we currently have, the current Hunt and the new Hunt, is probably the best of both worlds. But I'd start with less colours. Hunt is gritty, Hunt is dark, Hunt is dirty. And the old style, with its stark contrast of black and white and grey, felt so much better than the garish new colours that you put in. And maybe at least give us an option to go back to the old style because it felt cleaner and a lot less straining on the eyes. Menu sizes need to be reduced across the board, especially for weapons, but also for tools and consumables. And maybe allow players to choose the amount of columns that they can use. If someone, I'm pretty sure there's people out there who play this on a big screen far away, and I'm pretty sure that's why this entire system's there, because console players probably get a better overview from 3 columns or 2 columns instead of just 1. But for us PC plebs, it would be nice to only have 1 column as an option. Get the plus symbol back, pretty please. Give us the option to buy weapons without having to double click it, or select without double clicking it. It's just, the less clicks the better. Rethink the filters. I think the entire HUD feels like someone was very eager to do something, but he got so invested in his work that he completely lost it basically, and no one had the heart to tell him, hey, nice what you're doing, but it's too much. The HUD needs to be as simple and as clean as possible in order to be intuitive and user-friendly. Artworks of traits, reduce the artwork size and make the descriptions more prominent. Pretty much actually, just use the old system, it worked perfectly fine. And make locked weapons instantly recognizable and get the player's attention away from them unless they specifically want to, but then they'll find them either way. But right now they're just too prominent and too much in your face. And you can't use them, which is frustrating. So that was my feedback regarding the HUD of Hunt Showdown 1.0. Let me know what you think. Feedback, criticism, discussions, more than welcome. Keep it simple, keep it polite, keep it civilized. And let's see that we can make this game the best it can be in about a month. Bye.